Joe Black, me Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when it can be chain birth most of chains in the game? Why would I? Let's go. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishment.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Looking to throw right away is Watson. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just didn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Falcons at 4-3, a game over 500. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Texans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. We're scoreless after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing here, Trubisky. It's caught. Mitchell. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. This is what come back and make the stop.
Check that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he's not going to get there. Not even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. The Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Watson to Michel on the screen. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Again, it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They interplay here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Watson on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now Watson throws another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On the handoff, Mitchell. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Trubisky opts to keep it. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That 2nd down play gets a -4.
There was a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Trubisky will throw. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off.
That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, 1st-round pick back in 2012. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Watson. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, and it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Only 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Trubisky to throw. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Faking the give. Now Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And the Texans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A give here to Mitchell. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's Mitchell. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trubisky keeps it himself, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored offense, obviously. And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd down, Michel. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Watson finding Hardman here over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a play fake, and it's Watson out to his left. Locates Hardman for another catch. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Watson. And my goodness, another interception. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Texans 24. Falcons nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Over the middle, caught by London. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now here is another interception. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they take a knee. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Houston, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.